Welcome to day 3 of the Daily Doodle December Challenge. I'm Stephanie Hahn from Common Creative Studio, and I am your host, and I'm delighted you've found me here. If this is your first time discovering the challenge, feel free to jump right in. You can really get started on any day, and each day's doodle is so short that you could either leave the first couple of days blank or just do all 3 doodles in one go. Before we get started each day doodling, I like to pause for 3 deep breaths together to fully arrive. I like to close my eyes for this, but feel free to leave yours open with soft gaze if that feels better. You can leave your hands on your lap, or I like to place one over my heart and one on my belly. Breathe in deeply through the nose. And then breathe out with a big sigh through the mouth. And as you do, release any tension from the body. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Allowing your mind to let go of any thoughts or worries. One last time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Letting go even more so that we can begin our doodling today with a quiet mind, a relaxed body, grounded and calm. Let's dive in. Today's doodle will be a series of little pointed I'm going to call them lumps, a series of 3. And series might be smaller than that, more equidistant, but I literally do not concern myself with symmetry or straight lines. I really embrace wonky to help me relax. So then in the valleys between, I'm going to repeat that. And I'm not concerning myself if they are, evenly spaced. Because overall, I'm just looking for a pattern, but one that isn't necessarily consistent. So you'll notice here, this one went over touching this one. If you look closely, you won't be able to find an exact pattern other than I go up and down, up and down, up and down 3 times. You'll see here I went over into the next section. I'm not concerning myself with any of these unintended marks. I simply relax my body. Try to keep my mind quiet. And enjoy the process. I'm working again with a fairly wide nib. This one's a Montmark 1.0 millimeters, same that I've been using for the last few days. It's quite versatile because it lets me doodle and then color in black, all with the same pen. So now I am going back in and coloring in the first bump of each in black. Checking in with my shoulders, my neck, and my face. releasing any tension that has crept in. So I had a chance to see one of the doodles from a participant, someone in my school community, Common Creative Cocoon, shared her first doodle for day 1, and I absolutely loved. She's chosen to keep it really simple, and instead of doodling with black, she's actually doodling with red pen, and then she's planning to alternate every other day, red and green, and only use the pen to doodle and not add any additional color. It looks fabulous. And then the other fun thing that she did was continue that spiral pattern from day 1 in her tracking star. So I'll show you the tracking star shortly, and I'm just coloring mine in each day with marker solid, but she did continue with doodling over there. And I think it just, her example demonstrates how versatile this experience can be, and I invite you to make it your own. All right, so now my black is all colored in. So inspired by that member of my community, I'm now going to do red and green today, but I'm going to use Jelly Roll metallic pens. And alternate green and red. Now these Jelly Rolls are a bit older. Let's hope it makes it through this whole square. We'll see. I'm feeling though like the color is rather, oh, here it comes. It's green, but it seemed to be lacking any of the metallics. So now the metallic's flowing. I'm going back over what I just did. Actually, I'm going to let it dry and come back because my paper seems a bit wet. I don't want to overdo it. There we go. That's flowing much better. I just figured out how to turn on the feature on my YouTube channel, a feature called YouTube Communities. And I did my first post in there today. I don't know a lot about it, but I do think it's going to be a spot where you guys can share your completed doodle of the day if you so choose for others to see. Oh, I've just done an unintended mark on Thursday. So wipe back and try and make this a little more metallic. So yeah, I encourage you, if you would like to share, to come on into my YouTube community space and post a pic. So this could be left like this with the black, the white, and the green. That actually looks quite nice. But I will carry on with my original plan and add in some, I'm calling it red, kind of a pinky red. It's the same thing though. It's a Jelly Roll metallic marker. Does not appear to be that metallic yet. One thing you'll come to know about me as you watch the channel is that I am super laid back about my art journaling. And this is probably partly because I also teach a form of meditation called Yoga Nidra. And I'm very into being relaxed and calm. So I really try to infuse my creative pursuits with the same calm mentality. Hence the name of my business, Calm and Creative Studio. We're not getting a lot of metallic up here, but that's all right. Let's just hope the pen keeps working right to the end. But if it stopped working, I would just roll with it, substitute something else. I'm going to come back in with my black, just fill in these little bits up here at the top. So something else my member did as well on her first square was that she just doodled right up and over the number, which I thought was really creative and interesting, a different approach. So feel free to leave the numbers like I've done or doodle right over top. So that is it for today's doodle. Now I get to dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's so exciting. Color in today's star on my tracking sheet. This is optional, of course, but it feels so exciting to me to color in my star. There we go. And now I will just show you. Each day I'm working on one demo live, but then I'm also showcasing other ones. So this was the one on the page that I've done where I'm sticking with a monochromatic color scheme on the monthly spread, all greens and gold. And then we have this one that I created today on the Week at a Glance page, where I am sticking with blues and silver. Thanks for doodling with me today. I hope that it infused your day with some calm and creativity, and look forward to seeing you here again tomorrow for day 4.